switch function in Excel is an easier alternative to nested if statements. Balancing the number of closing brackets in a nested if statement can be really frustrating at times. Let's look at two examples to understand the switch function. Let's start with the first example. Here is a list of few customer service agents, and next to them is their rating given by customers. Rating of 5 means outstanding, 4 means very good, and so on. We need to add the description in the main table. Let's start by writing the switch function in the cell C2. The first parameter switch expects is expression. In this case, the expression is the value in the cell B2. Then you have the value and result pairs, which means based on the value, what is the result you would like to display. In this case, if the value is 5, the result is outstanding, and if the value is 4, the result is very good, and so on. For the first value, I will select the cell E7, which contains the value 5. Fix the reference. For result 1, I will select F7, which contains the value outstanding. Fix the reference. Similarly, I will select all the remaining values and result pairs. Close the bracket and enter. We get the value as outstanding as the value in the cell B2 is 5. Copy the formula to the remaining cells too, and we get the values as expected. This was an example where the expression results in a distinct value. Now let's look at an example where we don't have a distinct value, but we need to work with ranges. In this example, we have a list of people with their loyalty points, and we need to determine their membership level. You'll see the points are determined by ranges and not distinct values. If the points are more than or equal to 90,000, then the status is platinum. If the points are more than or equal to 60,000 but less than 90,000, then the level is gold, and so on. Let's write the switch function in the cell C2. For expression, we can't give a common expression here as there are multiple ranges. So to move forward, we will give the expression as true. This will instruct Excel to go through the value and result pairs. In the value 1, we will give the first expression B2, which is the loyalty points for the first person is greater than or equal to F7 or 90,000. Fix the reference. If that's true, then the result 1 would be platinum or cell E7. Do remember to fix the references. Similarly, we can write the expression for gold and silver. Once we do that, we need not write the value 4 for the base level. We can use the option to provide a default value. Therefore, we will only provide the value E10. Fix the reference, close the bracket and enter. And we get the membership level as gold for the first person. We can copy the formula to get the membership level for all. So this is how the switch function works. While switch appears similar to the IFS function, but there is a difference. IFS can evaluate multiple independent conditions. Switch evaluates one expression against matching cases. Hope this was helpful. Leave a comment with any questions or topics you'd like us to cover. And don't forget to subscribe our channel Analytics Success for more tips and tricks on Excel and data analytics. Thanks for watching.